What's up in the book business? Expanding Barnes & Noble and an AI deal for HarperCollins. Hello and welcome back to my writing journey. I'm Ellen Byerrum, a former DC reporter and author of about 16 books and other stories and plays. Like you, I'm struggling to finish another project if the holidays don't finish me off first. And at that, I hope you all had a lovely Thanksgiving. I'm wearing my vintage rhinestone turkey pins, for luck, that belong to Bob's aunt. We also came up with a delicious hot autumn wassail of cider, apple wine, some brandy, some rum, and apple liqueur. It was delicious and a lovely warm-up after a long cold walk. I'm here every week with stories and information about writing. I comment on authors, news about the industry, and some other issues that occur to me. If that sounds good to you, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and give this a like. This week I have good news and curious news. First, in early November, Barnes & Noble moved back to Georgetown, Washington, D.C. to the very same building it left 13 years before, on M Street. This move seems hopeful and optimistic against our uncertain U.S. future, especially with the threat of high tariffs and with the book banning barbarians of Project 2025. But if you believe in omens, and many writers do, it feels like a good one. It demonstrates faith in the future against the odds. On a personal note, I spent many happy hours at the previous Georgetown store, perusing the shelves, the music, leafing through magazines, and after work, writing my books in the cafe. Georgetown has felt off-kilter to me without the giant bookstore. This news makes me very happy. The next time I am in DC, I'll be visiting the store. I'll get a coffee and write a few lines in the cafe, and let me know if you'll be there too. Now I realize there is an ebb and a flow to publishing, to reading, writing, and bookstores. Once, Barnes & Noble was seen as an intruder, knocking out the small independents, a big bully. But then Amazon came on the scene, and now who's the big bully on the block? Hey, Jeff Bezos. Obviously, as a writer, I want my books to sell. You can order them from Barnes & Noble or buy them online. You can buy them in ebook or trade paperback, and you can order them as you choose from small booksellers like my favorite, Mystery Loves Company in Oxford, Maryland. Readers can also request libraries to purchase my books. It does make a big difference, and I appreciate it. Writers can't be choosy about where readers find them. I just pray that they do. According to a November Barnes & Noble press release, the company, quote, is enjoying a period of tremendous growth as the strategy to hand control of each bookstore to its local booksellers has proven so successful. The bookseller is experiencing strong sales in its existing stores and has been opening many new stores after more than 15 years of declining store numbers. In 2023, Barnes & Noble opened more new bookstores in a single year than it had in the whole decade from 2009 to 2019, end quote. It anticipates opening over 60 new bookstores by the end of this year. That is a lot of stores, and I hope they're not opening them too fast. It would be foolish to forget that the company in the not-too-distant past was closing stores. Barnes & Noble also bought the legendary Tattered Cover bookstore chain in Denver, which so far is able to retain its singular and well-known identity. We'll mark how that one goes. In other news, which is not so optimistic, Publishers Weekly reported November 19 that HarperCollins has become the first Big Five publisher to strike a licensing deal with Microsoft to provide access to select nonfiction books for artificial intelligence, AI training purposes. And so far, authors and agents appear to be approaching the deal with caution and skepticism, if also with a measure of hope, PW said. The deal is for a 3-year period, and luckily authors must opt in per PW source. For those authors, the deal provides for a $5,000 fee per book, split evenly between the author and the publisher at $2,500 each. Payments will not be counted against author royalties, but it seems like a pretty big bite by the publisher to me. Count me among the skeptical. We can anticipate more news of AI deals in the future. And for the record, I can't stand AI that I see and hear. The sing-songy voice on YouTube commercials, "I won't wear this anymore," and the mistakes such as those in dates when AI says, instead of 2003, in 2003, and AI articles that purport to be about something such as the dogs of Chernobyl that are experiencing faster evolution. And the article never says how. There's no concrete fact. It's awful. But in terms of trade books, so far HarperCollins appears to be the first and only Big Five publisher to offer an AI licensing deal. The Authors Guild said it, quote, believes that licensing that gives authors control over whether and how their works are used for AI training is part of a solution to AI companies' ongoing flagrant theft of books and journalism. In addition to litigation, licensing is a way to enforce copyright against this theft, to allow authors to say no, and to bring control over uses back to the authors and their partners, end quote. We can only hope. As for authors, our books are subject to being pirated, stolen, used, and abused. Everybody wants a piece of the author, or the author's very small pie. So, good news and strange news. That's all I have for you now. Please comment and like, and I will see you next time. Bye.